Hey everybody, this is QUAD9s with my EDH deck tech on Sedris version 2.0. I've already done the lands, artifacts, and planeswalkers. Now I'm on to the instants and sorcery spells. Got them broken down by mana cost, even though they don't always cost what they say. Of course, two of my best ones are Entomb, it's my baby full Odyssey, and Reanimate, which good combo, turn 1-2. Also, I have a little card draw advantage, preordained, brainstorm, faithless looting, all very good for this deck. You know, setting up your turns and putting stuff in graveyard, or just getting rid of your junk that you don't need, really helps out. On the 2-drop, got one of the few kill spells in Terminate, one of the few counter spells in Counterspell, which is just about the best one, as long as you have 2 blue mana. On to some more graveyard shenanigans and Exhume and Animate Dead. And Demonic Tutor, which it's not the card you always want, but it always gets you the card you want, so kind of hard to be upset about drawing that one. 3-drop spot is quite lonely with only 2 cards. This one is an obscure enchantment, which I picked up from Marlon Egoff on Draft Magic. He had it in his Sedris deck. It's really cool. Pay 1 colorless and 1 life, draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So fills up your graveyard, just filters, make sure you make your land drops. Just you know, with 40 life, you know, leave 3 mana open to end of somebody else's turn. You can, you know, sculpt your hand however you need. The other 3-drop is once again graveyard shenanigans. Buried Life, get your 3 best fatties or combo however you need to, and put them in your graveyard, and hopefully bring them back pretty soon. 4 drops, some interesting blue spells. Got to Rite of Replication. You know, if you can play that kicked, there's no more fun thing than kicked Rite of Replication on somebody else's Primeval Titan. You just thin your deck completely, have all the mana you could ever want, and you have 5 6/6s with trample. So if you lose from there, you're doing something wrong. Cryptic Command, always what you want. You know, choose 2. Yeah, it's 3 blue and 1 colors, but it's EDH, so the fixing's usually pretty good. And casting that usually gets you way ahead. Most people just counterspell, draw a card, but occasionally if you're trying to swing in at the end of their turn, you'll tap all their creatures and draw the card. Very rarely does it not involve drawing a card, but yeah, it's your choice. Got Careful Consideration, you know, it's draw and discard, so I get to fill up my graveyard and, you know, gain some cards out of it. And the Great Factor Fiction, pretty tough card for your opponent. There's never a good way to do it. No matter how you do it, they're going to pick the one best for them, and you don't always know what that is. So if they cast this, then, you know, you can almost pack it up. Not really. I mean, you can have counters for whatever they cast off that, or, you know, board sweeper if it's a bunch of creatures, but generally this card is just good stuff. I recently got a couple of these F&M promos, so I actually got one for trade. If anybody's interested, let me know. Right here, the big drops, they're 5s and 7 and 8, but got Living Death, which in my deck, that is crazy stuff. You usually get back, you know, 6, 7, 8 fat creatures, and my opponent usually doesn't get much back. So Increasing Ambition is just another tutor. Goes and gets Living Death a lot of times. A lot of times it goes and gets, you know, my 1 combo piece I'm missing, or just 1 big creature. And flashing it back is always fun, getting 2 cards. Temporal Mastery is 7 cost. Usually I cast it for 2. I'll either tutor for it with Liliana, or maybe brainstorm it to the top if I have it in my hand. Cruel Ultimatum, it says it's cruel, but it's really fun. If you ever get to cast this on anybody, it's, you know, yeah, it's really mean, but, you know, you get enjoyment out of it. It's okay. You can admit it. You know, who doesn't like gaining a bunch of life, drawing a bunch of cards, returning creatures from your graveyard when your opponent's doing the exact opposite? So, yeah, it costs 7, but who cares? Look at this EDH. You gotta do big things. Gotta go over the top. A couple X spells, Devil's Play. No, it's not as good as Bonfire. Yes, if I get a Bonfire, I'll put it in here too. Probably not instead of. I'll probably cut something else. But Devil's Play is good. You can flash it back. Like I said, my graveyard is always full, so it gives me stuff to do with my mana. And Black Sun Zenith. Earlier on Moto, I did tutor for this. The guy's playing with a buddy of mine. He has an Edric deck that just has tons and tons of 1/1s. I think he got the deck from Dave Williams, but Anyway, I tutored for it with 3 mana up, so just wrecked his whole board. Pretty much won the game from there. But, you know, most time my creatures are bigger than theirs, so I don't have to do it for the full amount. I can usually wipe their board and keep my guys around, which can't argue with that too much. So overall, I'm pretty happy with all my spell slots. Like I said, I know I'm missing a few things I wouldn't mind having, like I said, the bonfire. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Because like I said, I do have an extra promo factor fiction. If anybody's interested in that, message me on that one as well. If you have any foil copies of any of the ones that I don't have in foil, I will trade for those as well. So just please let me know, and thanks for watching, guys.